Are you a fan of the No Dishes podcast? Be sure to check out our Patreon, where you can find exclusive merch and perks, and join the Clean Plate Club, our Facebook group where you can connect with other fans of the No Dishes podcast, share your favorite moments from the most recent episodes, and submit questions for upcoming guests. Season 4 of the No Dishes podcast is brought to you by VisitBloomington.com. VisitBloomington.com is the best resource for restaurants and culinary information, special events, fun activities, places to stay, and more in our area. We share a similar mission here on the No Dishes podcast of highlighting local businesses and the people who make our community unique. We can't thank them enough for hopping on board. Check them out at visitbloomington.com to easily plan your next meal, visit, or night out on the town.
Hey, say, honey, let's go out to eat. Relieve our culinary duties. With all these restaurants to sweep us off our feet, they're bound to turn us into foodies. No dishes, no dishes, no dishes. We'll have a bottle of wine, relax and have a good time. No dishes, no dishes.
Well, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I'm excited.
I'm excited to talk burger, food trucks,
Yes.
all of my favorite things rolled into one. There's something there with rolling and trucks. And
Oh, wow. That was bad.
I'll figure
Let's
it
just
out.
start this again.
Yeah. Start from the top. Anyway, well, I'm glad that you could be here. We're going to be having this episode come out the week that Food Truck Friday is starting back up. So we thought, who better to have in here? We're going to have you, Chris Mansalo with Pinoy Garden.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been talking to Hamid with Donair, so hopefully we can make that happen. But
Wonderful.
We'll see.
Good.
He's busy always slinging.
He's always busy. Yeah, that is a one-man show there that is really impressive.
Oh, he's the best, though. People,
I love Hamid.
Yeah, how could you not love Hamid? Yeah, he's always saying, I love you, brother. And I'm like, I love you too, buddy. Like, and then the food's great, too.
Oh, absolutely.
But speaking of great food, let's talk burgers. Let's talk Bloomburger and the food truck and all things Hallie.
Oh, wonderful. Yes. Oh, it's just too much.
You're like, where to begin? Well, let's start with the truck and how Bloomburger kind of came to be.
So I have the worst origin story in the world. I was cooking for my friends, and it was in the middle of COVID. My previous business had to do with touching people, henna artist, not anything weird. Just putting that in there. But I was in the middle of having this huge transition, and my friend was sitting there, and she said, I would pay for this in a restaurant. And I was like, huh. She was like, no, like I would pay for this. And with just that, literally, she was eating a burger that I had made, and I decided to go to get an associate's degree, to start a truck, to do all of this based off of someone liked my food. So I wanted to let other people try it.
Yeah, you got to have that light bulb moment.
Yeah.
Do you remember was it just a regular burger? Or was it like something special you did on that one?
It was the Juicy Lucy. It was the most popular one that we have here. It's just kind of a sweet burger that's stuffed with mozzarella. We got caramelized onions on it, and it's a different kind of taste than people expect from like the really traditionally just savory, hearty burgers that most people have.
Yeah, no, it's one of my favorites. I think that's the first one you ever made.
Probably.
For me, and I was very grateful. I brought some ice cream up. You guys were at the One World Kitchen Share, where a lot of the food trucks are.
Yeah.
And I think, you and Lewis were like, you want to try a burger while you're here? I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah. And you had just brought Parlor Donuts because they had just started.
Did I bring you Parlor Donuts?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
We shared a box.
Oh man, I'm feeling good about myself then. Sharing the love. Well, that's what Lover and I always joke about. Like being a fat kid is not only like enjoying good food, but like getting food for your friends because you're like excited to share it.
Oh, and they know that you have the good food. So.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm their plug.
Yeah, we get it.
That's what the kids say, right? Plug. So let's go from there. You're like, okay, there might be something here, and you enrolled in a 2-year program. Was it at Ivy Tech? Is that right?
Yeah, for hospitality administration, I had not had any previous formal experience with cooking. Growing up, I had always loved going to my friends' houses and like making their moms love me more than them by learning how to cook with them.
That's a flex. I like it.
So I was really excited to kind of learn how to do it properly and how to do it safely and all the hygiene and everything. It was odd that I was excited about, like, I want to learn how to mop a floor, but you learn how to do that in the right way when you take all of these hospitality and cooking classes. So I really got a well-rounded education out there about all the things that I was missing.
So you did 2 years there. Why did you do hospitality instead of like the culinary route?
So just you can do different focuses while you do that. So you can do the culinary route, you can do a baking route, or you can do hospitality management. I was on a kind of compressed timeline. I had to do things really quickly because I needed it to be done by the time COVID was over. COVID's not over. It's fine.
Yeah, it was only going to be a few weeks, right?
But we ended up, I just kind of wanted to do that route in order to get the broadest coverage in the shortest amount of time. So I wish I would have been able to take more like meat-based classes and things like that while I was there. But yeah, you do what you got to do.
Absolutely. So what was that process like where you start and then you're like, okay, where, in that 2-year cycle, you're like, I'm going to do a business plan. When did you settle on doing a burger truck? And it has kind of an international theme to it and a retro diner type thing to it as well.
Oh, yeah.
Where did that come in the timeline where you're like, this is the route I want to go with it?
So I knew from the beginning that I wanted to do burgers. At the time, there wasn't really a burger truck in town, and so I saw that as like a gap. We have all of this wonderful cuisine that we have in the trucks around here, but the burgers, like the American staple, wasn't there. So I wanted to kind of see if we can fill in that gap. The diner thing, it's basically, marketing. Everybody loves that feel of nostalgia. So doing the 1950s theme and then just kind of sneaking in that little bit about like, well, America is America because of all of these different flavors that you're getting from all these immigrants and everything. So I wanted to make different burgers that had that different representation and show like how good Argentinian food can be. And when people might not go to an Argentinian restaurant because they're a little scared, like you don't want to waste money on something you don't know that you like. But everyone knows they like a burger.
Exactly. Yeah, you're making it approachable.
Yeah, we really try to.
So what's the Argentinian burger then?
That is the chimichurri burger. And we actually, Segovia, we get our chimichurri from another place in town. And he is a Spanish cuisine. And he comes from an Ecuadorian family. And it's all of these different places. But that comes with garlic aioli, chimichurri, red onions. And like the meat mixture is like secret.
Like for me to know and you to find out.
Exactly.
Or hopefully not find out all the way.
For
you to enjoy.
There we go.
A secret blend of herbs and spices.
Don't be conflating hers with KFC. Come on, dude. It's like not 11, there's 14.
Oh my God! Don't even.
I'm not gonna even give away how many there are.
Yeah, that's too much. You already know too much.
No, I have like a spice blend provider who is able to mix all of my spice blends for me.
Oh,
and
nice.
I have a personal problem. Like I have a full cabinet full of spices at home. Like, and then I have the shelves that are dedicated to it, and then like other places. My fiance is like concerned because it's an addiction. It's a whole thing.
There's a lot worse problems to have. That sounds like a pretty good one.
You say that, and then
like you haven't seen it.
It's a lot.
Well, I've had the chimichurri one. I guess I didn't really realize. Yeah, that's hard. It makes complete sense. And it's funny you brought up Segovia. Jose hit me up today.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm hoping to make it to one of the Top Bar pop-ups that he's been doing. Those
they look
incredible.
So good.
And then he was asking about potentially coming to Food Truck Friday. So yeah, we got it's the classic thing where like we want to have is the widest variety of food, which is why I was so happy when you decided to do burgers, because we were always like, man, we need burgers at Food Truck Friday. And you not only did it, but did it very well, or do it very well. And we're seeing if we can, how many tents we want to kind of allow, because it's that fine line where it's a food truck event. We want to have some good food. With Pinoy Garden doing the Filipino, like we spoke, like Chris is going to be coming on. It adds something that none of the trucks are doing. and adds to the experience, but you got to draw a line somewhere where, we don't want it to turn into a farmer's market.
Ooh, gotcha. Yeah, that is a different vibe.
Yeah, and then nothing against farmers markets, but it's just not what Food Truck Friday is. So hopefully we can have Segovia and Pinoy there.
Ooh, that'd be so good.
Oh, yeah. Well, man, the Jose, when he first started and came to town, he brought me by a paella at the Moose, and it was so good. So that makes complete sense that your delicious chimichurri is from Jose and Segovia. So I'm glad you were able to give them a shout out.
Oh yeah, no, we wanted to support as many like local businesses, and we may be incorporating cookies in somewhere.
Ooh, okay.
Because we have someone who's opening up a new bakery.
Oh, nice.
Mariposa. What is it? Oh my gosh, Midnight Mariposa. There we go. So they're starting. So you'll hear, you'll see.
I have not heard about a new bakery, and I'm very excited.
Mm-hmm.
As anyone knows that listens to this, I am a sucker for baked goods.
Oh yeah. No, I just listened to your one on oh my gosh, the vegan bakery.
Rainbow.
There we go. Yeah. And you were talking about how everything has to come with a cookie on the side.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is a running thing with my friends where they know that I'm getting a baked good no matter where I go.
Oh yeah.
And I went to Rainbow like twice in like 3 days after we recorded with them because it was just on my mind. And I was never let down. Of course, I've never been let down there.
Oh yeah.
They do such a great job. So once you have you kind of have this concept and this idea of the truck, the diner theme, the nostalgia, the international, making it approachable for people. Where did you kind of go from there? I know we had Steve Bryan on with Ivy Tech. He said that they kind of helped with, SBA, all the things that go into owning and running a business.
Oh yeah, the SBA has been absolutely a wonderful resource for starting a business. Like anybody who's going to go and do that, go and talk to your local small business association. They can give you so much information that you didn't even know that you needed. And then they will tell you traffic flow patterns for around town so you know where to put your truck. It was crazy what I learned from them.
Yeah, they have so much data. And he even mentioned some of these established businesses that come to him year after year for certain reports that they have.
Oh, yeah.
That they can run for free. And that might cost you $1,000, $2,000 to run otherwise.
Yeah, which, who has that?
No, not me.
Yeah, no.
So what was your first event that you did? I think you started setting up, once you're kind of rolling, you started setting up was it Chase on the east side? Was that kind of the first things you did?
Yeah, we started out right near the bank over there, and then construction started.
Oh, that's great.
Right behind it, where it was lovely, like having the construction people come over and be like, this isn't a traditional burger, I'm suspicious of this, and then loving it, which was great. But once the noise and everything started, we moved over to in front of the East Side Goodwill.
Oh, nice.
That's where we are now.
Cool. I was actually coming in here. I had a friend that lives above us, and he's like, "Who are you recording with today?" And I said, "Like Bloomberger." He's like, "Oh, we just saw them over, in front of Goodwill."
Great.
Well, I think you didn't you come by the Moose, and we had even talked before, like when you were in the purchase of buying the truck, or in the process of purchasing the truck.
Yeah. You warned me away from the food truck business, actually. So look how well I listen. No, it is a hard business, but I think it's been worth it. But no, I came to visit you at the behest of Ivy Tech classes,
nice.
Making sure that we had all these resources around town, because I really want to make sure that if you're going to do this, they're setting you up for success with knowing who to go to, because you are a great resource for all of this. You are the food truck person.
Well, I just brought it up because you really did your due diligence and did everything
exhaustively.
You weren't going in blind, and it's one of the things I talked about with Steve, where a lot of times I try to warn people about what goes into it, but you were just challenge accepted and have excelled at it, which has been really cool to see. It's almost like the first test of someone that actually should be in it.
Oh,
I
appreciate that.
If you tell them you're going to have to do 70-hour weeks to be successful and they still want to do it, it's a good sign.
Yeah, no, and I'm so glad that we are able to have, when I first came in, because I was fidgeting around trying to figure out what we were going to have on the truck, being able to have chocolate mousse ice cream. people appreciate having that. They're excited to see your ice cream on the truck.
I love that. Yes, I was so happy because I didn't think we've never had a food truck have our ice cream because usually it's a space thing. But you guys planned and realized burgers and ice cream go hand in hand.
Yeah, everybody wants the milkshake with it, and you're in a tin can, and the sound of a milkshake machine, it would like rattle the entire thing, and I'm not into that. But floats we can do, and just having ice cream, like having that nice cold shock almost after you eat a big hearty burger. It's pretty good.
That's a good little sweet and savory, and it's so refreshing.
Oh yeah. I mean, also you're like this by the time that you're done, but sorry for the audio there.
You're good. Yeah, we've had people ask before if we do mobile shakes, and that would be a big pain. So
it's a lot.
Well, not to mention just space of having that blender.
Oh yeah, and you have to clean it each time, and it's easier to be able to scoop and go.
Yeah, well, and not only saucer shakes, but homemade shakes. Like they're not. You can make a saucer shake very quickly, but you need a lot of room for a saucer machine. The homemade shakes take quite a bit because you need that same consistency top to bottom, but you're using a hard pack ice cream. And we call it search and destroy, where like if you're blending a homemade shake, you need to find like the chunks and search and destroy.
Neat.
Turn it into a video game.
That's one way of motivating your workers.
Well, so tell us some more about your menu. I know you have the Shogun burger. You have some amazing fries, some amazing sauces as well.
So again, I am seasoning crazy. So we have like 4 different seasonings that we can toss our fries in. We have regular fries, sweet potato fries. And then actually we have currently retired the Shogun.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm doing a little bit of a rotation with things. So right now we have something called the meatball. Which is basically just like, it is provolone, mozzarella, red pepper pesto, garlic aioli, and it is just the most I used the word unctuous the other day because it's just it's like an oily, juicy ball of goodness. It's fun.
We have that at the first Food Truck Friday.
Yes.
Boom.
There you
I already
go.
know what I'm doing for lunch. I'm excited. Maybe I should do dinner. I feel like if I do it for lunch, I'm not going to get
You're not going to get...
the
Yeah,
rest of the
there we
day.
go. Yeah. And then next coming up, we have a Korean burger, which has it had kind of like almost a bulgogi style meat. And then it's called samyang, which is like gochujang and another sauce mixed together.
Oh.
And it is... with cucumbers, surprisingly good. It's almost refreshing because you get that nice crunch from the cucumber. It's light and cool against the hot on the meat. It works. You wouldn't think it would, but it does.
Will it be? Well, I mean, it sounds great. Is it bulgogi meat on top of the burger?
Oh
or
no,
instead
just
of?
again the all of the seasonings. So the same seasonings that would you do that, just a little bit of a sweeter meat patty, which has oh Lord, I know what's in my things. Yeah, it's brown sugar, a certain type of soy sauce, and then ginger and a couple of other things. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to try that as well.
Yeah.
What about, so you do fries, and so the fries and the sauces I'd be remiss if we didn't go into.
Oh yeah. So my favorite is chaat masala, which is just a savory Indian seasoning that's you can put it on anything fried. You can put it on salads. You can put it on, I have eaten it on too many things. I basically subsisted on it, during the summer, just tossing it on everything. But it's again, I have a problem, but it's fine. We're working on it.
Everything's fine. We're all fine.
Yeah. And then we do a curried seasoning, za'atar, which is a Middle Eastern seasoning, kind of earthy tasting, which is really nice. And again, we're just trying to give people a chance to try things that you wouldn't necessarily see or recognize on another menu.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, you've mentioned so many countries already. And so it's it's really just getting across what you guys are doing, that it's one of the most American foods. With all these different international twists, which is so great.
Yeah, because that's what's around us. You may not be aware of it, but I think we have such a great opportunity here, having 4th Street and having where else can you get Tibetan food in the middle of Indiana?
Yeah,
and so we already have this town has started with 4th Street, and then I'm just kind of trying to continue that tradition of the people kind of accepting and going into all of these different flavors.
That's so great. Yeah, well, you're doing it mobile. You're out and about.
Yeah, we're moving around. As long as the truck will go somewhere, then we'll be there. Yeah, sometimes when you tilt a little bit too far, then you're but
yeah. Well, that's one of the things we've talked about, where it's I think when we initially spoke, where it's if you do a truck, there's a lot of advantages to that. But if the truck breaks down, your whole operation breaks down.
Yeah.
Whereas if you do a trailer, you can just go find another pickup truck, go rent a U-Haul or something, and move on.
Oh yeah, no, and we definitely had a lot of issues with that originally. I am terrified of driving this 28 foot long truck. So we have cameras on the sides, we have cameras in the back, and when it was put together, the energy was being drained off of the truck's battery, so the truck just kept dying, and I was like I need to get out. What am I doing?
Oh man!
So we had to like tear out part of the top of the truck, and it was a whole thing. So now we have it figured out, but
that's good. Nothing's more stressful than trying to make your way to like an event, especially a big event. And then there's just things that are out of your control, and there's only so much you can do. Yeah, and you never want to disappoint anybody. And we've had places where it's like I've had to like go on and like bended knee, being like, give us another chance. But and everywhere has been really understanding of like, it's a new business. We are trying to figure out the kinks, but it will eventually get there. And I think starting of this year, we should be like ready and fighting shape. Dialed in. Yeah, well, it makes it even more frustrating when you're trying to get yourself established and you run into those issues. Yeah. So how long has Bloomberger been around? We opened in April of last year. Yeah. Wow, it seems like it's been so much longer. I guess it has just been this has been long enough, trust me. Yeah, I was thinking like 2 years, but yeah, I guess it was just the start of like Food Truck Friday last year. We're not quite at a year, but Food Truck Friday was So I asked around, and I swear it was almost a hazing process. Because I asked some of the other food trucks that I was getting to know, like, oh, Food Truck Friday, like how is it? And they said it's like, oh, well, lunch is easy. It's really what you have to worry about. So I was like, oh, I can do it myself then. I nearly died that day. It was like 47 people came through in like an hour and a half. I was brand new at working a line, and oof, it was something that I was literally like, I got like manic. Like I was yelling out the window being like, we're working on it, people. And like trying. Doing like crowd hyping and everything at the same time as trying to do everything else. And well, people appreciate that when you communicate, they can see that you're busting your tail. You're trying to do what you can. But they're not wrong. I mean, typically lunch is pretty easy, but you were a brand new truck and everyone was so excited to try Bloomberger. And I know people that still are excited that haven't yet. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to, especially this year, now that we have our patterns down and I know a little bit more just about the business in general, we are trying to get out at a much more consistent base to the public, because we were doing some things at like some private companies weekly, and I know people were like, well, you're not here. Like, we can't get at you, and that's not okay. So I'm trying to take that in and get out in public a little bit more often. Yeah, well, hey, if you have to tell them they have to come to Food Truck Friday, we're not mad about it. Oh, no. Darn. Whatever makes it more of a party, we're here for. Exactly, yeah. So there's some other things that when you first started doing Food Truck Friday, I know it's always kind of a shock for, new trucks and kind of what it is. And where it's at now, it's gotten to be so much bigger. Like you mentioned your fiance, Lewis, when we had Food Truck Friday at the stand, he actually had a taco. Cart he had his own taco cart. That was Mamacita's. Yeah, and trust me, like I'm not saying I'm marrying him for his taco making skills, but the thought is there. It's like in the conversation. It definitely is. Yeah. No, so he was an old patron from way back when. Oh yeah, the old stand days. And even though it was very busy then, I brought it up because it's a whole nother animal now. Yes. And we'll never recreate what it was at the stand, but it's so incredible at Switchyard Park, and it has so much more space, and it's a lot of mouths to feed. It definitely is, and the lines just like I refuse to look up at any point of time when I'm working. Like it's like, and the person working the window is currently my future stepmother-in-law, and she'd be just like, "Woo, no, look at that!" And I'm not gonna try and do her accent. But she'd be like commenting and being like, "Look at it," and I'm like, "No," and she's like, "Look at it," and I'm just like, "God damn it, no!" Like I can't, I'll cry. Well, that can be pretty daunting. Yeah, it is a little bit, but I mean, you gotta make the choice to have that mindset of like knowing there's a line. It's like, oh, well, that means that I gotta feed them. So that's just what it is. Well, yeah, you just got to keep your head down and do one order at a time. That's all you can do. If you start looking, can't let it intimidate you, but also not looking does help. Yeah. Yeah. Little tip for anybody that's going to be opening up a truck.
Ignore your lines.
Don't take that the wrong way.
Yeah. No. Just have someone else to pay attention to.
Yeah, there you go. Well, on that note, do you have any advice for someone that might be wanting to open up a food truck or a food trailer?
Oh, Lord. Do your research. You mentioned it earlier that it's about like how it seemed as though I was kind of going in a little bit intensely to this process. You have to. If you want something to succeed and to have longevity and to be stable, you need to know the ins and outs of not only just a normal business, but also you need to be a mechanic. You need to be a plumber. You need to have all of these skills, and it's intense, but it's doable. You really can, but you need to have a solid concept and don't let your menu get too big. That's like the biggest thing that I can say. Don't let your menu get too big because you'll get washed over with everything. Ooh.
Well, that is great advice and one of the things I just remembered we had talked about was I was skeptical about being able to do burgers to order in a timely fashion.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
And you guys have pulled it off, but it's like it's tough too because when we did the Gravy Train food cart, we had everything kind of already cooked. Mm-hmm. It was more just like heating and preparing and assembling.
Yeah, no, that is a definite. It's a transition that customers also you need to make sure that they realize that as well. It takes 6 to 7 minutes to cook a burger to the point that we need, and we can't make it cook any faster. That is one thing that we can't. We can like go manically and like really fast on everything else, but it takes time, and a lot of the other places are able to pre-cook and then go through, so their lines are much faster.
Yeah.
But I kind of knew going into this that a pub style burger was what we were looking for, that traditional thick, nice, juicy burger. Not saying anything about smash burgers, but
we know where you stand.
They're better. It's fine. It's like I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. But it was definitely a choice, and some people would say it was the wrong one, but that was one of the things that I kind of looked at the entire concept and decided it was important enough that it needed to stay versus doing everything else. And I experimented. I tried doing it, just the seasonings would burn. That would be the issue.
Yeah, trying to do the smash. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Well, regardless, again, you're pulling it off. You're making it work. It's a great product. You know, people, I think, seem to be pretty understanding. You might have firsthand experience that says otherwise.
Just a food truck Friday when the lines get long, but I mean, even that we've learned about our workflow and how to do it better, and we're excited for this coming year.
Yeah, running it back again and again and again. Yeah, I went down to meet with some folks from the Department of Child Services because they're going to be doing Child Abuse Awareness Month. We're having them as like a sponsor of week 2.
Okay.
Which they're not like paying for. We just think it's a great cause to kind of help out with. And they're going to have some tents there during the day. And we were down there for like a site visit to go over where they would be setting up. And I just got so excited. Just being down at Switchyard Park and just like, it's so cool seeing it when you're the first one there in the morning, which I'm not always there. I'm not trying to say that. But when I am, and it's just empty and it's just so quiet and it's just really cool. I really want to do a time lapse.
That would be neat.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Well, it's not like the old days would have been cooler to do when I think I might have actually when we did it at the stand because we were setting up tables and chairs and bringing in porta pots and sometimes a dumpster depending on the location. So there was more that would have looked a little cooler because obviously a lot of the infrastructure is already there at Switchyard Park. Yeah. But still, to go from an empty park to tons of trucks, a band, people... Yeah. We'll have to see how feasible that is to pull that off this year.
I would love to see that because it really is like a huge transformation. And even as it goes from day into night and you have people just sitting in the kind of like arena area listening to the bands while the lines are still going, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, just that, I don't know, I never get tired of walking around and just everyone's just always having a good time, just good vibes, and just to have it every single week is nuts because
it's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially with it being an outdoors event because we try to make a call as early as we can so you guys don't get screwed on like prepping so much stuff. And then you're like, well, I have nowhere to sell this now. And then because we've had a couple where we've like canceled the band, but not the trucks.
Yeah. I
And
mean, it's hard to guess. Like right now, it's raining cats and dogs. How can you know it was supposed to do this the day before and not the day after? And I don't envy your position on having to make that call.
Yeah, we just gotta be flexible, and the trucks are pretty understanding. And whenever we book the bands, try to let them know that hey, this is a possibility.
Yeah.
It's a weekly outdoor event. We're in Indiana. It's part of the it goes with the territory.
Yeah.
So what other than Food Truck Friday, what are some of the other big events that you've been able to like set up at and sling some burgers?
So we've done a couple of just the local festival scene, and then a lot of we've really tried to do individual neighborhood events because that's something where it's it kind of elevates their event, so they get excited about it, which makes the people excited about it, which makes us excited about it. So yeah, I'm still a little tenuous, a little afraid of doing something as big as the Monroe County, the Fall Festival or something like that. Just because again, people are used to a certain speed of service, and we are just a different type of truck.
Yeah.
But it's something that we're definitely considering. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to recall. Did you guys set up at Lotus?
No, I was working on my side business at that time.
I was trying to remember because it's it's all a blur trying to remember who was there.
Oh yeah,
but that'll be hopefully you guys can make that this year. It's fun.
This year we should be able to. Yeah.
Sweet, yeah, because and again it's an international arts and music festival. So with your guys' kind of theme and your great execution of it, it'd be such a good fit to have you there. As much as I love grilled cheese and barbecue, it's not quite as international as some of the other options.
It's well, I mean, if you talk to people about barbecue, then they're thinking it's practically international from Kansas City down to Georgia. So
yeah, the less traveled Kansas City, North Carolina, Memphis, that's international. Right?
Yeah.
I am excited though because I think we're gonna have Ellie Mae's, Big D's, Great White Smoke, Weavers.
Wonderful.
Quite a few barbecue options this year, plus all the taco trucks. You guys doing burgers. We already mentioned Pinoy and potentially Segovia.
Ooh.
I think there's a place called Patriot Pizza out of Crothersville.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that was a town.
I
didn't know that was a place.
I feel like that's the appropriate response. Introducing Constellation Stage and Screen, Bloomington's newest professional theater and film company. On stage next, Constellation presents American Fast, a riveting new sports drama playing March 23rd through April 8th at the Ted Jones Playhouse. 21-year-old college basketball sensation Katie Salama makes it to March Madness, only to become a national news story when she lies about observing the Muslim fast while competing in the tournament. See this thrilling new basketball drama, American Fast, on stage March 23rd through April 8th in downtown Bloomington. Find tickets at constellation.org. Did you know the Chocolate Moose has a second Bloomington location? Located next to Buffalo's on Indiana Avenue, not only can you find our famous homemade ice cream, but we also have a full coffee menu featuring locally roasted Brown County coffee and delicious vegan and gluten-free treats from our friends at Rainbow Bakery. Skip the line and order ahead at moosebtown.com 7 days a week. Open early at 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. It's the perfect early morning stop, midday pick-me-up, or late night snack. I'm sure it's a great
I'm not from here originally. Don't sue me.
Well, hey, let's lead into that because I wanted to ask your story. Where are you from? What brought you to Bloomington?
Oh, Lord. I was born in Mississippi, raised in New York, moved to Indiana, moved to here, moved to Georgia, then moved back.
Wow, you got that down.
Yeah, it's a question and it does come up. So, I moved here originally just to go to IU. Woo. And I got my bachelor's before I went back and got my associates. And my bachelor's is in East Asian language and culture. So Japanese, obviously. Well, I got the Shogun burger.
Well,
so
I was like, it kind of
something.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to come up with to have one burger to represent it.
Yeah. No, I'm sure that does my degree proud. But having that international influence does obviously, I did take geopolitical courses and everything at IU, and I've always been interested in the globe at large. Yeah.
So so you were here for your degree. Grew up Mississippi, New York.
Or New York, Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Born in Mississippi. I'm adopted.
Okay, awesome, cool. And so you came to IU or Indiana the first time for Indiana University? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you left.
I left. I went to Georgia. I have actually worked with the lovely person who is over here, Garrett Portinga. Yes.
Hey, gang.
I used to do special effects makeup art for film, so I went down to Georgia because there was the big old boom of all the films being done back there. Health problems, like almost died, super fun.
Oh, wow.
And then came back up here to be closer to family. My dad works for IU, and Bloomington, honestly, it has the best of the city with like all of like the random little things that we have here, and then also the like quaintness of being a town in Indiana. So it's a good place to be.
I feel like that's how my son and so many people describe Bloomington. It has the best of like all these different worlds rolled into one. So how long have you been back for?
I got back in 2017, I think. So I've been here for a bit now. Yeah,
I'd say 6 years is pretty back kind of in the flow.
Yeah, and then before that for schooling as well. So I know a lot of things. I still get lost though. So, yeah.
It's bound to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that we might see coming from Bloomberger in the future that you've thought about maybe like toying around with or experimenting with, or are you pretty happy with what you have set and kind of rolling with that?
I mean, the nice thing about what we have for the menu right now is that everything is kind of interchangeable. We have the base of the hamburger, we have the base of the French fry, and we are able to just kind of like, oh, well, I'm kind of done with the Euro Hero. Why don't we do a Malaysian burger? Like, I can just do that. I can put this out, and I absolutely love the process of getting the research for the information on what is like the actual flavor of this place. Like, what is the dish that best can represent them in this format? So I think that's really we're not going away from burgers and fries for a while.
Yeah, but we've been doing a bunch of like kind of test kitchen stuff, which maybe you're talking more about the research. I'm talking about the eating research, a couple different types. But it is, at least for me, that aspect is just so much fun. Like I don't know, there's unlimited options with food, but I think maybe what you're saying is even more the background of it. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, if I can, I will go to, and this is something that like my fiance and I have been having like a whole blast with, is we'll find like a restaurant in one of the places within like a 4-hour driving radius. And we'll just be able to be like, we can make a weekend out of this, right?
Nice.
And just kind of like, it's research. It's fine. It's like, it's not just because we're overworked and just dying inside. But we get good food. So,
if there's anywhere in the globe you want to go visit, anywhere in the world now, it's just business research, right?
Tax. I can take that on my taxes.
Well, that's
right?
exactly what I was going to say. Can you write off that hotel stay?
No.
Because
I am terrified of the IRS. I am terrified of any sort of like governmental board. So I am by the book on everything because I'm scared.
That's good.
And because I respect everything. Right? Yeah.
Good save. Good save. Yeah, I just was like picked up my car from having a coolant leak fixed and realized my W9 is or W2 is sitting in there.
Oh, just sit in there?
Yeah, that's how I roll. That's a safe place to have it, right?
Doesn't that have your social security number on it?
It does. It does. I'm glad you asked, Garrett.
It's a very safe place. And what kind of car is that?
It is.
Yeah, and where was it?
License plate number.
Yeah.
No, I drive my friends crazy with how reckless I am with. Did I tell you about my signing a check thing? I want your guys' opinion.
What did you do?
So we're at bowling. I'm sorry.
Where does it start?
It's on this note. And one of the guys calls me over. They had my check from the city tournament. I got lucky to pair with a couple guys that bowled really well. So I made a little bit of money from bowling the doubles, even though I bowled like trash, which is nice. That's the great part about doubles, is they can carry you. And so anyway, I get back to my table with my team and I just signed the check and put it in my wallet. And that blew their minds. They were just like, what? And I'm just like, what? And they were just like, they thought it was the craziest thing they had ever seen.
Yeah, for good reason.
Is it?
I'm just, no, that's so dangerous.
It's a $140 check. It's not like $5,000, you know?
I mean, if you want to tell me that you got another one in here, I'll show you how dangerous it can be if you just
but like,
just me.
What if I get to now, a lot of times I do the electronic deposit, and I don't know why I didn't this time. I think it's because I was bowling. I didn't want to deal with it. So I was like, I'll just sign it, put it in my wallet, hit up the ATM. Next time I'm there, slide it in. But what if I don't like have a pin in that instance?
That just means you always need to have a pen. That doesn't mean that you're okay on doing this. That's not how that works.
I really want to know if I'm like, because anyone I've talked to about this thinks I'm absolutely crazy. I feel like there has to be.
There's a reason.
I know. There has to be like someone out there. We need Caleb to make this a reel so we can find out if there's any like-minded individuals.
So the concern is I'm okay losing my money as long as I have a pen now to sign it. Or what if I don't have a pen? So I may as well take the chance.
Risk reward. The reward, not stressing over not having a pen when I go to the ATM. Risk, what are the odds that I lose my wallet? You know what I mean? Like
You left your W-2 in your car. Yes, I'm gonna say it's pretty high.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Now that we've judged you, let's move on.
And let's throw into the odds here. Like, how often do you do a mobile deposit versus do you do an in the bank, like at the ATM or in the bank deposit?
80-20, 80
With your
electronic.
phone?
Yeah. Because I get checks when I do bingo. And
so if you use your sit down to do it with your phone, are you probably sitting at a desk that has a pen sitting on it? Right. So you're really going for that 20% chance that you're at the bank and they don't have a pen and you don't have a pen.
No, but I'm not going. But that's me. Then I have to go into the bank, like the Chase ATM, like by Wendy's on 2nd Street.
Versus, okay, well, I guess I'm just not going to deposit it in the ATM and I'll wait till I have a pen and I'll do it my 80% of the time with my phone.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't
know. It seems like
Again,
you're playing to like a really small margin here.
No, I know,
like
but
it
it just made sense in that moment. I didn't want to like I'm having fun. I'm at bowling. We're being social. We're doing our thing, and I didn't want to like be sitting there trying to do a picture. So I was like, I'll just sign this bad boy, put it in my wallet where it's safe.
Why do you have a pen at bowling, but not like on your other
toy?
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
I think you just like being provocative.
This is. I think that you're giving me way too much credit on how much thought I put into things. I'm just. All right. Anyway,
way too much credit or debit.
Hey, there it is. Thank you. I thought I was the only one with awful jokes.
Oh.
We'll need to make a whole episode of just me admitting to terrible habits that I have and just blowing people's minds that I make it through daily adult life.
Yeah.
You seem very concerned.
It's fine. I feel for you. Your Christmas present is going to be a pack of like pens, just with like sticky things so that you can get them everywhere.
Yeah, that's another bad. I chew on pens.
I'm not saying that you're like lowering in my esteem, but
it seems like it.
I know. No, I care for you more now because I think you need to be cared for more.
Thank you. Yes, my friend has been helping me clean and decorate and organize my apartment, and it's weird. I go home and feel like what normal adults feel like. I imagine. Anyway, I have imposter syndrome.
for adult life, that's a thing.
Yeah,
Lord.
People are just like, Jordan, you're doing great. I'm like, am I? I'm chewing on pins and signing checks before I'm at the ATM.
You're doing good. You got too much on your plate.
Enough about my awful habits. We're here to talk about you. People get to hear from me plenty. And you mentioned traveling around to try different places. Mm-hmm. Are there any places that are a short? Obviously, we're here to highlight local places, and we'll talk about that. But are there some great spots that you were able to travel kind of close and try out?
Oof. Oh, I mean, honestly, I think the most fun that we've had with food going like in like a local-ish drive is just going down to Nashville, not Nashville, Indiana, the other Nashville. Although Nashville, Indiana has some great places too.
It does, yeah.
And I know my father's girlfriend's friend owns the olive oil place that they have down there, the balsamic.
Oh, okay. I've never been over.
It's so good. Like it's ruined me for like going to the store. Like I can't anymore.
You have to
just
have the
get
bougie stuff.
Yeah.
They have so many cool shops in Nashville that I need to go check out.
It's so cute.
I've always just thought of it as like, it's all like yard gnome, like yard gnomes and like leather goods. You know what I mean?
You're
but like,
not
there's actually
wrong, but
there's also a ton of stuff that I would really like. Bougie balsamic and olive oils and like fudge and jerkies.
Mm-hmm. Had some good pizza down there too.
Yeah, Brozini's is great. Big Woods does some good pizza. Is there another pizza place over there too?
I'm bad with names.
Yeah. Anyway, Brosini's and Big Woods both do some good pizza. And one of the people that's actually going to be joining us at Food Truck Friday this year is from Nashville.
Ooh.
The Tasty Plate. It's Dusty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've met them before.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I have not met her in person. We've had phone conversations, and they bought the Rude Radish trailer.
Yes. Yeah. No. Rude Radish was a wonderful vegan trailer.
Yeah.
They're doing different things in their life now, but now I met Dusty at the commissary, where everyone kind of is like a central meeting place for all of us, hidden back on Rappel Avenue.
Yeah.
Don't come and visit us. None of us are like picture perfect back there. Like it's bad.
That is our safe space.
Yeah.
Leave us alone there.
But like just I went over and it's like I had to say hi because I could smell what she was cooking, and it was so good. Like and so she's real psyched. She's doing home deliveries now, I believe.
Yeah.
So just being able to see them at Food Truck Friday will be great.
Absolutely. Well, so the Rude Radish had such a great reception when they were there, and I tried their stuff, like their fish tacos, their like chicken sandwich.
The chicken sandwich was so good.
It was awesome, yeah. And so, it makes sense that, I don't know, like we've talked about, it's a ton of work.
Oh.
And I actually realized today, Ryan, who used to own and run it, he's running the Upland Kitchen now on 11th Street. And I called him back today because they needed ice cream. And I'm like, Ryan, I just put that you're the Rude Radish, Ryan. And I felt terrible that I didn't put two and two together. But he laughed it out. He's like, yeah. But the Rude Radish trailer is in great hands with Dusty. I've heard amazing things about her food. Really excited to try it for myself. I almost want to do the home delivery, but I also want to wait for Food Truck Friday.
I mean, you should do the home delivery.
I know. I do the Lost. Have you ever heard of Lost Farm meal service?
Oh yeah, no, I talked to him as well. Again, the
that's
commissary.
right. Of course you have. Yeah, Ron, they do it there. That dude, his palate must be great because everything I've had from them is just perfectly balanced and seasoned.
And such the variety is crazy. And then the different types of food, like catering to doing like things that are vegan or things like that. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, I met his wife came over and introduced herself to me at a project school thing where we were doing some ice cream, donating back to project school. We love working with our neighbors. It was down at Frank Southern. Okay. And I just said, if I ever want to open a restaurant, or could afford to and have my shit together, I would go to them because, again, it's just how he actually everything that they touch is just like the perfect little amount of seasoning and sweet and. I don't know. And these are meals that I'm heating up 2 or 3 days later.
Oh yeah, no, the work that they go into making sure that everything is going to have the right texture and the right consistency once you reheat them. He has honed his art.
Absolutely. The pastas, if you order from them, the pastas are spot on. So you talked about Nashville. What was the place down there? Did we get rabbit trailed on that? I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I'm like a squirrel today.
It's all good. Again, not that we're judging you. That's fine. But no, I'm so bad at names. And now I'm gonna say something and then it's gonna be completely the wrong city. Because right now the only thing I can think of is the Brown Hotel.
Okay.
And it's this historic hotel, and we went down there the first time during where there had been some rioting and everything was boarded up around us. And so we're sitting in this hotel with everything that's gilded and all of this ornate, intricate work on it. And then we look outside and everything is boarded up.
Wow.
And it was just almost dystopian. But because a lot of things were closed, we figured out, we ended up eating in the hotel, and they have some of their things that have been on the menu forever. And and forever, I mean decades and decades and decades. So we had some great food down in there, as well as out in the city. I'm just really, really bad with names.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry.
I'll put you on the spot there. What about locally? What about names with local spots? Now we're talking. Now we're cooking.
We were talking before we started about Happy Thai. I bounce around all of the Thai places in town, and then Taste of India has a piece of my heart. I swear. They're probably, if I had to just subsist on one thing for forever, Taste of India might be that restaurant.
I think I could do it.
Yeah.
That it's honey milk ball things on the buffet.
Oh yeah, the I'm gonna pronounce it badly, but gulab jamun. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Props to you. I'm a terrible. I don't even try. It's
I can smell it.
So intimidating. What are the little? I think we've talked about it before. They're Huh?
Mm-hmm.
The,
Yeah.
like,
The fried things.
yeah, I'm doing
The first thing on the buffet.
yes.
There you go. Exactly.
How am I so bad at
The
trying
pakora?
to
Yeah,
describe?
it's like we already know before. It's like,
I'm
yeah, it's
supposed to
fine.
be the
Because I've
food
had
guy.
this conversation with Jordan before. It always starts as, what are those things? And then it goes like that.
For being a food person and writing food reviews, I'm awful at describing food in the moment, apparently.
Wonderful.
Jesus Christ. So, Taste of India. I love Happy Tide. Have you done their crispy chicken?
I'm a pad CU person.
Okay.
Like if I find a good pad CU, then I'm in my happy place.
There you go.
Yeah, and they do their chicken satay is really nice. Like my fiance goes like classic pad thai midwestern, like this is far enough. But that's absolutely like delicious from there.
I love that classic Midwestern impression.
I-
That's pretty spot on. That's good.
Well, I mean, there's just certain things that you know that people are not going to stray from, because it's like,
Yeah.
I know this one. I know how to say this one, so I'm going to say this
Yeah,
one.
like this is exotic enough for me. I don't need to go further.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've done their patsiu and it's excellent. I've not done their chicken satay. So that is good to know because they're right down the street from me.
Oh,
And
nice.
They do their crispy chicken is awesome. It's got this really nice kind of like soy type sauce. And it just soaks up when you put the rice in. It just soaks it up real nice, and then the chicken's kind of. I think they brand it as like a spicy chicken, which kind of made me not go that way at first. But then
You're not a spicy person?
I mean,
Jordan, the disappointment.
I know.
You're hurting me here.
Your level of respect for me coming into this versus yours leaving it is going to be an all-time
There's some
drop
changes.
For any guest we've had on. You're to get home like how did
It's like, how'd I get roped into this?
Yeah, how'd it go? You're like, I have regrets coming on here.
The world has changed.
Anywhere else besides Taste of India and Happy Thai?
Ooh, let's see. Because I know the names of places, and I live here, and I should know things. I don't know. Where do I go? Jordan?
I don't know. Do I want? Oh, are there any burgers in town?
Are you gonna go there?
I know. I was thinking out loud. Do I want to go there? Do we want to not talk other burgers because yours is by far the best?
Thank you. I'll take that. Thank you. No, I will say that. Oh, you know what? I'm going to keep mine secret. I will say that for my fiance, Hive's Burger. Hive has some really good, nice, crispy edge smash burgers.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And that's fair too, because you've said that I call them everyone calls them smash burgers or thick boy burgers with THICC and boy is BOI.
No.
So I'm sorry that I had to refer to your type of burger as a thick boy burger. But it's a thick boy burger.
Yep.
It's like that video where it's like in court and the guy's like they're reading off the transcript of what he said, and it's this lady going like, "Girl, you are thicker than a bowl of oatmeal," and it cuts to the guy and he does like the little finger guns. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No,
okay.
But it's great.
It is one of my favorite videos to watch. But that's where I get the THICC. You got the thick burger, you got the smash.
Yeah.
But you've said that you prefer the thick. So
I do. I just, I mean, you're going for two completely different things. If I'm
Exactly.
feeling a smash burger, I'm feeling a smash burger. If I'm feeling thick, then I will go thick.
Well, so that's good that, Hive does a very good version of the smash burger.
Yes.
They have a great bun. Like you said, the crispy edges, nice and thin, really fresh. They always have fresh produce, fresh ingredients on everything at Hive.
And actually bringing up like the buns, there's such a different thing between like having a smash burger and having one of the pub style burgers. I'm going to go back to saying it that because I can't say thick again.
That's fine. I don't want to drag you down with me.
But it's different. So it's like you've got brioche buns, you've got pretzel buns, you have just like the generic ones that you just love at a barbecue that you get outside. And each of them are structured in a different way. Kaiser rolls, like it depends on what type of burger you have, and they have the perfect bun for the type of burger that they do.
Yeah, is it like a potato bun?
I believe it's a potato
roll. If
roll.
it's not, it reminds me of one.
Yeah.
So you do a pretzel,
We do
but
pretzel, yeah.
do you also do brioche?
No, we're very loyal to the pretzel bun.
Okay, all right. I was trying to. Cause I was like, I think every time it's been pretzel.
Yeah.
We just went there for Pie Day.
Yeah.
It was. We went a day late.
How does that work?
Life.
3:15.
I think he rounded up as
Yeah.
how.
No. Oh gosh.
Anyway, yeah, I was busy on Pie Day, and it was like 9:00, and I'm like, I think Hive's closed by now.
Mm.
But Lovey and I went over on 3:15, and both did a slice of Hive pie, and they also did cookies, but like used icing to make them look like pies.
Oh, that's
And
cute.
that was delicious. And then I ordered a latte. This was interesting, an iced latte, and it came in like a Pizza X cup.
Oh,
With a plastic lid. I know. Isn't that?
that's kind of that. I would like that better.
Yeah, I know. It was so cool. I mean, it's like, that's a pretty voluminous, big.
Voluminous.
Balloon.
Yeah, no, that's a hefty latte.
Yeah, and it was, I don't think I've ever had an iced latte given to me in a reusable cup.
Yeah, well, no, also that's going to be insulating, so you keep the coolness going on for a little bit longer.
Yeah, well, they did it right. It's like, it's got the Pizza X logo, has Lenny's, it has Hive, and then maybe another one on there.
He is just like the secret puppet master of all of the restaurants in town. Like, he's got all of these places. Jeff Mees, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
The wonderful person who has the commissary that we all use. And I swear, he's like a boon to the town in terms of food. Like, it's great.
He's the OG. Yeah, that's, he was the first ever episode of this podcast was Jeff.
Wonderful.
Yeah, when I was like, I want to do a food podcast, I was like, I bet if Jeff comes on, there might be something here. And he was like, absolutely. So it was great.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
he's an awesome dude.
Yeah.
And he gives really good perspective on a lot of things, and he's been around and just really cares about the community that he's in.
Absolutely. Really, really, truly and deeply. Like, as soon as you meet him, you know that he's like here to stay. And he's so invested in making this like a better place.
Absolutely. Yeah, he could go for trying to like gouge every penny out that they can. But they
Oh, no, absolutely. Very reasonable.
yeah, exactly. One, it's you get what you pay for. Like, it's, Hive isn't cheap, but it's very high quality.
Yeah.
And it's have you ever had their cardamom cream soda?
Ooh, no, I'm not. I have had soda once in my life.
What?
Yeah, I know. I'm
No,
sorry.
good for you. I'm not
My
like, I'm
nose
not mad.
twitches like a bunny. I can't take carbonation.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, if you don't grow up with it, it's weird.
I could see that.
Yeah, like imagine it's like attacking your mouth. Oh, also fun.
So do you hate Pop Rocks? Have you ever had Pop Rocks?
Pop Rocks, I'm going for that effect.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
so
all right.
that's different. But also, fun fact: Sprite in Japan is angry every time. So I've gone there 6 times, but every time that I've see a foreigner take a swig, they literally like, because they're not expecting it's more highly carbonated there in like a different way. So it's like everything. I'm just like, it's angry, and that's the only word that they can use to describe it. So I'm just sitting there like watching people before they take their first sip, like, yeah.
Oh, look at this idiot. I'm gonna start describing beverages as angry now.
It's going after your mouth.
It's attacking you.
It is. It's a violent drink.
Are there any like fun thing, whether it's bars or activities in Bloomington that you particularly enjoy?
Ooh. I'm gonna say that like the back door was my second home for a while. So all of the drag shows and everything that are there, burlesque, everything is just that's always a treat. It's always fun. So that's probably one of the few things that I've been able to like get around to, because I mean, when you're open that many hours, it's easier when you have a schedule like ours.
Yeah, I figured you were gonna be like, well, like between all the things that you have to do, you don't have too much time to go out and enjoy.
Like I sat on my couch the other day, and that was great.
Like I forgot I had it.
Yeah.
Well, we just actually 2 nights ago had Smoove and Toby on for the back door, and had a great time sitting down with them and expressing my love for Sunday night karaoke there.
Yes. Oh yeah. No, that is that. I know that there's like a lot of karaoke that goes around in town, and there's some like amazing hosts, and I know that they bounce around as well. But backdoor karaoke has a specific specific mood to it.
Yeah, it's a vibe. I mean, yeah, because we've had Darren from Misfit Toy Karaoke on, and they're the
Wonderful.
the ones that do it there. And yeah, you get different hosts where you go, but there's a vibe at the one at Backdoor that's just, I don't know, it's fun. The setup's fun. It's not overly intimidating.
Yeah, and they have all of their they have a little oh no, it's such a pun name. They have a little food shack.
Oh, the Munchbox.
There we go. Yeah.
Found that one out on Tuesday because I haven't ate there yet.
Oh no, I've had it. It's fun. Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
No, I had like a really good quesadilla out of there.
Okay. I was having them describe in detail the menu to me. So I could sit here and salivate and make weird mouth noises on the mic that Garrett loves so dearly.
It seemed like everything that they listed off had some form of cheese in it.
Yes.
Like some kind of fried cheese or cooked cheese, melted cheese.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love that?
It was an easy sell.
Yeah.
So it's been closed for the winter, but they're going to open it back up here very soon.
Yeah, with their new porch area that they've had since COVID.
Yeah, it's so we were talking about that too. It's so that whole setup out there is sick. When it's so colorful, but it's like to me it almost gives like a tropical vibe.
Yeah, it's its own little world tucked away back there. It's good.
Yeah, I love it. Well, is there anything else you want to plug or talk about before we let you go?
I mean, I could just state that pub burgers are better than everything else.
And that they're called pub burgers?
And that they're called, thick boys. It'll take some getting used to, I have to say, if I'm ever to say that outside of this room again, which I may not, but
it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't expect it. Well, we're very grateful for everything that you do. Bloomburger has been so great to have a Food Truck Friday. Like you said, it fills a void. You're not only filling a void, but doing it exceptionally well.
Thank you.
You're always such a pleasure to work with, and I really appreciate you coming on.
Oh, I appreciate you allowing me to be here and to just now know that I have to guide you in your ways a little bit more thoroughly than I thought you needed before. That we'll work with your bank. We'll work with your pens. It's good. This was an informative and lovely evening for me.
Yeah, you found out that I'm actually a grown child, so I need all the help I can get. So I appreciate the offer.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hallie.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us in the latest episode of the No Dishes podcast. Do you like what you heard? Be sure to write a review, rate us, subscribe, like, whatever it is that you do to show your support. We really appreciate it. Until next time, be sure to keep those hands dry. This episode of the No Dishes podcast was recorded, edited, and produced by Garrett Portinga of Green Hat Media in beautiful downtown Bloomington, Indiana.
No dishes.
Season 4 of the No Dishes podcast is brought to you by VisitBloomington.com. VisitBloomington.com is the best resource for restaurants and culinary information, special events, fun activities, places to stay, and more in our area. We share a similar mission here on the No Dishes podcast of highlighting local businesses and the people who make our community unique. We can't thank them enough for hopping on board. Check them out at VisitBloomington.com to easily plan your next meal, visit, or night out on the town.
No Dishes Media.
No Dishes Media.